Hey guys, C-Dub here, and this is Into the Spider-Verse a year later, and you guys are probably not gonna like this one, but as I said before, I'm used to being in the minority, and I'm probably in the minority on this one, but I'm fine with it. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about this movie, and yeah, let's get into it. First, I'm gonna get into the positives, because I got some negatives, but I'm gonna get into the positives first before I get into the negatives, and maybe positives at the end as well. Okay, the positives for this is that I really like how the movie looks. The animation I like. Some people may not find the animation appealing, but I really enjoyed it. That's one thing I thought they did pretty good. Also the Prowler, because the Prowler's like a C-list level villain and he actually does serve the movie well. He probably is my favorite character or character part, at least in the movie. I don't know about character-wise just because I'm not a big Prowler fan, but for this movie, he's the only one that really kept my attention for it. They really did a good job with him, and yeah, like I said, the animation is really great. I like that comic book style. Hope they actually do use that in the next one, since we are going to have a sequel. Okay, and the negatives. Oh, the negatives. Man, the negatives for me is easily Peter Parker. He's the biggest problem with it, and I mean both versions. They have one version who is horrible and just a failure at life, and the other one who succeeds all the time. But both, to me, have their flaws. The one that succeeds, is he really successful if he dies that shortly in the beginning? I mean, come on. I know we're using a Green Goblin from the Ultimate Spider-Man, which I never liked. I never liked that dragon thing in the comics, in the movies, whatever. That version is just horrible to me. That's the worst Green Goblin they could use. But how can I take him as this perfect version of Spider-Man if he dies in the first 20 or 30 minutes of the movie? He can't be that perfect if he's dying. And I know it's a group of villains, but Spider-Man is very, very powerful. What we get is a very toned down version in the comics most of the time and in the movies. But Spider-Man, if he fought all out, a lot of these villains wouldn't stand a chance. Like none of them. He could take them out instantly. So if you're about to die, I think you would want to, start fighting all out. I know this Green Goblin may be stronger. I don't know, because it's been a minute since I read the Ultimate Comics. And this version, I just really do not like this version of Green Goblin. Never did. Always hated it. But yeah, I can't take you seriously if you're dying in the first 20, 30 minutes of the film and you're supposed to be the perfect version. You can't be that perfect. You can't be that perfect. So that already to me makes you a lie. Then we get the passing of the torch moment, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's pretty much the symbol of this is the Spider-Man. This is the new Spider-Man, is when he gets the chip from the other Spider-Man that's dying. And he says, it's up to you, this, that, and the other. Which I hate when fucking comics, movies do this. Like, we always gotta have that fucking passing of the torch moment. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. I fucking hate that shit so much. So much. If we're gonna do it, why not have it start the movie with that Spider-Man already having the torch, instead of us going through it for like, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes of this other Spider-Man being perfect and you just kill him off. I'm just saying, why don't we just start the movie off with this is the version of Spider-Man? Because I don't know who you're pushing at this point. I don't know if you're pushing Miles Morales or the Spider-Verse. If you're pushing Miles Morales, why do we need all these other Spider-Man characters? It's like we're just having them there to lift him up. Why the fuck do we need that? Can he stand on his own 2 feet or not? Well, does he need these other characters to be lifted up? I guess he does, because of all the backlash he's been getting. Then maybe it wasn't a good idea to just make this a Miles Morales movie, if that's what they were going for. If it's a Spider-Verse movie, Miles Morales is getting all the shine and you're making a whole Spider-Verse cast look horrible. I don't care about anyone from the Spider-Verse cast. Anyone. I don't give a fuck about not one member. Gwen was okay, but for the most part, everyone else sucked. And that includes the replacement Peter, who's the loser version. And the loser version of Peter Parker loses everything, loses his wife, loses all that shit. So this version is a loser and the other one dies. They are just fucking Peter Parker. They are fucking him through this whole movie. They've been fucking him for a while. They've been fucking him ever since Amazing Spider-Man has been going on ever since. And that includes Homecoming. Haven't seen Far From Home. But all the other ones, they just been fucking them. They just been fucking them straight up, raw, nothing. No lube, don't even kiss them. They don't even kiss Spider-Man. They just fuck them and just then toss them aside. No fucking leeway, no fucking love or nothing. Can't even give him a kiss or something. Don't even put no lube on it. Just fuck him straight raw in the ass. Just, been happening ever since Amazing Spider-Man. Those movies broke me. That's why I wasn't so big on all the hype this was getting. I haven't been big on the hype ever since the Amazing Spider-Man ones, because those were just so bad. That's why I took my time seeing this. I didn't see this in theaters. I saw it when it came out on Netflix. Anyway, I don't know how this got so popular and why people they love this movie. Brand New Day, he lost Mary Jane and people was losing their shit. Nobody cares on this one. I mean, shit, at least in Brand New Day, they still left the possibility open. I mean, I guess they left the possibility open at the end, but fuck, nobody was mad about it. They was only mad about it in Brand New Day. They don't give a fuck about it in this one. Whatever, man. I should say one more day. Also, another thing, I don't understand how for the whole movie he struggled with his powers, but 5 minutes later after a talk with his father, he knows how to use them now. And I mean, he knows how to use them well now. Like, he's even owning the other Spider-Man who just owned him before. Like, he knows how to use this shit spectacularly now. And I'm just like, after a 5 minute talk with your father, I mean, there's really no training, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something there. Even if I give you that mulligan, there's still a whole bunch of other flaws like I listed. The only reason I know some of the other Spider-Verse cast is because of their appearance. I don't know shit else about them. I mean, you know Spider-Ham because he's a fucking ham. He's gonna stick out in the black and white Niar, whatever the fuck how you pronounce it, that one. But not because of them, it's just their appearance. But y'all know shit about them. I think they ran down what they were or their history or whatever it was, but you forget that shit because the movie doesn't focus on them. They focus on Miles, but like I said, they're focusing on Miles. Why do we need all these other people in here? It doesn't make that much sense to me. There's a lot of contradictions and it conflicts itself on what it should be. I don't know if it's a Miles Morales movie or I don't know if it's a Spider-Verse movie. And here comes my other problem with this. That damn slogan, anyone can wear the mask, is so bullshit. Only Peter Parker should wear the Spider-Man mask. And yes, I'm saying that it always should have been like that. Fuck anyone can wear the mask. No, I don't want anyone to wear the mask. Fuck that. I've always hated that shit. Peter Parker should be the only Spider-Man, except for the Spider-Man 2099 one, because that's all the way into the future and he's dead. Same thing with the Batman Beyond, because they're pretty much dead or old and they can't do it no more. So I can see that. If that was another version, like, or if they did that for this Spider-Verse movie, maybe it would have made more sense as well. If they did one to where the other Spider-Man is older or he's dead because of old age. But then again, you have the 2099 one, so it wouldn't make sense to do that. But I'm just saying those are some exceptions to that for me, at least. That's my personal opinion on that. I just don't want anyone else to wear the mask. I don't even want it in fucking Spawn. And in Spawn, we've known from damn near issue 1 that there's been multiple Spawns. I don't like anyone wearing the Spawn mask except Al Simmons. But at least if they did it, it would make sense because they've always said there was multiple Spawns. It's not just one. There's dozens of them, or there's been hundreds of them in history. But that's another huge problem for me, and it goes into the shitting on the other Peters and destroying their type of characters just to build Miles up. I think they should be the only ones who are wearing a mask. If there's a Spider-Man movie, who the fuck do you want to see? You don't want to see Miles Morales. You never do. No one ever does. Until now. Whatever. That's just my opinion. That's pretty much all I wanted to say about this movie. But I'm going to leave it with another positive. I am glad they're actually going to make another one. The reason I'm glad they're going to make another one is because I want Marvel Animation to do good. I'm actually glad people like this one. Because if Marvel Animation does good, then there'll be a little bit of competition for DC, because DC has been owning in the animation movie department. And I just want competition. Because if there's competition, we're going to win. So regardless of how I feel, I'm glad that they're going to actually make more. Because more competition means better stuff for us. If there's less competition, they can just pump out whatever they want, i.e. wrestling and Madden. So yeah, that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.